Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I am Kedukho Topi with the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses Pongal celebrations in the national capital. Union Home Minister Amit Shah visits Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says veterans of armed forces are the living pillars of national consciousness, symbols and collective courage. Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi says Operation Sindoor was the defining demonstration of the country's moral strength. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today addressed Pongal celebration in the national capital, saying that the Harvest Festival has now become a global occasion that showcases the richness of Tamil culture. Extending greetings to Tamil, the Prime Minister said Pongal is not just a festival but a reflection of gratitude towards farmers, nature and the sun. Today, Pongal has become a global festival, he remarked, adding that Tamil communities across the world celebrate it with pride and enthusiasm. Calling Tamil culture a shared heritage of the nation, Prime Minister Modi said that its civilizational depth strengthens the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shreshtha Bharat. He recalled recent programs connected to Tamil heritage, including his visit to Gankai-konda, Cholapuram, the Kashi Temple, Sangamam and Rameshwaram as experiences that reaffirm cultural unity. Highlighting the centrality of agriculture in the Tamil life, Modi noted that farmers are regarded as the foundation of life and pointed to the writings in Tirukural on farming and farmer welfare. He said farmers are vital partners in nation building and contribute to the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, adding that the central government remains committed to their empowerment. The Prime Minister said Pongal inspired a lifestyle rooted in environmental responsibility. Stressing the need to preserve soil health, conserve water and use resources sustainably, he cited initiatives such as Mission Life, Ek Peड़ Maa Ke Naam and Amrit Sarovar.
आप सभी को पोंगल की बहुत बहुत बधाई, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, वणक्कम.
On the auspicious occasion of Makar Sankranti, a massive influx of devotees was witnessed at major pilgrimage centers across the country, including Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh, Haridwar in Uttarakhand and Gangasagar in West Bengal, as people gathered to take the sacred ritual bath despite biting cold conditions. In Prayagraj, devotees began arriving at the Sangam from the early hours of Wednesday morning. Large crowds cutting across age groups were seen taking the holy dip at the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati, marking one of the most significant bathing days of the Hindu calendar. A devotee from Ayodhya said, "We have come from Ayodhya and took the holy bath today as well. The arrangements are very good. The road facilities are good and the arrangement at the ghats are excellent. The administration's arrangements are efficient and well managed." Another devotee shared a deeply personal connection with the ritual, saying, "We have been coming here for the past 10 to 12 years, staying for a month each time. This is such a great and sacred place of merit that it cannot be put into words." Meanwhile, in Haridwar, a sea of devotees chant Har Ki Pauri to take the holy dip in the Ganga, braving the severe cold. The ghats echoed with chants and devotional fervor as pilgrims marked the sacred occasion.
Devotees across North India take holy dips in rivers like the Ganga and Yamuna, believing the sun's northward movement brings purification and renewal. Prayers are offered to Suryadev, the sun god, seeking health, prosperity and inner balance. In Bihar and West Bengal, the festival is known as Posh Sankranti. Riverbanks become centers of devotion, fairs and community gatherings, blending faith with celebrations. In southern India, the festival takes the form of Pongal and Sankranti Sambaralu, celebrated over 4 days in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Homes are adorned with colorful columns or rangoli and special dishes made from freshly harvested rice.
Home Minister Amit Shah visited Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad this morning on the second day of his Gujarat visit. Later, Shah performed the foundation stone of Surya Apartment Section 2 under the Gujarat Housing Board's redevelopment scheme in Naranpura area of Ahmedabad. In addition, the Union Home Minister enjoyed flying kites with his family and workers of BJP on the occasion of Uttarayan in Naranpura area of Ahmedabad. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said veterans of the armed forces are the living pillars of national consciousness, symbols of collective courage and sources of inspiration for future generations. Addressing the Armed Forces Veterans Day in New Delhi, the minister said the veterans contribute to every front of national building and guide the society with their qualities such as discipline, leadership and courage. Since stressed that the color of the uniform and place of work for veterans may change, but the feeling of patriotism and service remains the same. Singh urged the veterans to guide the youth through their experiences and provide the right direction to the Agniveers and young soldiers. He also urged them to stand shoulder to shoulder with the civil administrations in emergencies when needed.
वन रैंक वन पेंशन, OROP, बेहतर स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं और अन्य कल्याणकारी योजनाओं को सरकार की प्रतिबद्धता का प्रमाण बताया। इस अवसर पर उन्होंने सेना, नौसेना और वायुसेना पर आधारित 3 पत्रिकाओं का विमोचन भी किया।
ऑपरेशन पवन में भाग लेने वाले शांति सैनिकों के योगदान को न केवल खुले मन से स्वीकार कर रही है, बल्कि उनके योगदान को हर स्तर पर रिकॉग्नाइज करने की प्रक्रिया भी चल रही है। लंबे समय से चली आ रही वन रैंक वन पेंशन की मांग को सरकार ने पूरी ईमानदारी से साकार किया है। हमने उस असमानता को खत्म करने का प्रयास किया है जिसे हमारे वेटरन्स वर्षों से महसूस कर रहे थे। इस व्यवस्था को लागू होने से वेटरन के जीवन में न केवल फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी आई है, बल्कि यह भरोसा भी मजबूत हुआ है, देश उनके साथ न्याय करता है।
Now let us take a short break.
रिजल्ट आ गया पर हमारी चैंपियन नहीं आई अब तक।
बिल भरने के पहले तो आएगी ना।
सो गर्ल्स क्या हो रहा है? बिल हो रहा है। चल अपना कार्ड दे। पिन दे।
RBI कहता है अपना पिन, OTP, CVV या इंटरनेट बैंकिंग पासवर्ड किसी को ना दे। ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग सिर्फ अपने ही कंप्यूटर, मोबाइल और सिक्योर नेटवर्क से करें। हाँ, ये खाने की चैंपियनशिप थी क्या? RBI कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Chief of the Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi today said that the Operation Sindoor was a defining demonstration of the country's resolve and restraint, reflecting the moral strength and professional excellence of the armed forces. General Dwivedi said while addressing the National Cadet Corps Republic Day Parade Camp 2026 in New Delhi, General Dwivedi emphasized that the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 can only be achieved collectively by young leaders, NCC cadets, innovators, teachers, engineers, doctors, soldiers and responsible citizens. He also said that they must rise with confidence, march with discipline, innovate with integrity and serve the country. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupender Yadav today reaffirmed the Union government's commitment to ecological conservation in the Aravalli range. He said that nearly 97 kilometers of Aravalli revenue land have been declared a permanent protected forest to prevent encroachment and illegal mining. Speaking at the National Conference on Eco-Restoration of the Aravalli Landscape in New Delhi, he highlighted Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mission to restore 26 million hectares of degraded land across the country. The minister also informed that under the Aravalli Green will protect 6,45,000 hectares of degraded land have been identified, with 2,70,000 hectares been restored across Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Delhi. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan today announced that India will host the prestigious AI Impact Summit next month under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He said the announcement during his visit to Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, to participate in Pongal celebration and review the institute progress ahead of the summit. Speaking to the media, he highlighted the rapid global adoption of artificial intelligence in sectors such as education, healthcare and manufacturing. He said that the upcoming summit will serve as a platform to strengthen the country's role in AI innovation and application. On the occasion of Pongal, the minister said New Year marks a renewed focus of integrating AI into the country's education framework. He announced that from school-level education to advanced research, the mother tongue will be prioritized as a medium of instruction across all Indian educational institutions. In Jammu and Kashmir, army troops opened fire to destroy multiple suspected Pakistani drones that entered the Indian territory from across the line of control in the Rajouri district last evening. The drones briefly hovered in the Manjakot sector before returning to Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Defense sources say that Army implemented counter-unmanned aerial system measures after drones were spotted along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. A search operation was initiated to ensure no weapons or narcotics were airdropped by the drones. Assam is celebrating the Mak Bihu, the vibrant harvest festival, also known as Bogali Bihu and Magor Domahi. It is the first festival of the year that brings people of various communities together to enjoy the winter crops and pray for prosperity for the rest of the year. The 60 Asian Defense Minister meeting plus expert working group meeting on counter-terrorism, co-chaired by India and Malaysia, has commenced in New Delhi today. Delegations from 11 Asian members and 7 dialogue partners, along with Asian Secretariat representatives, are participating in the 3-day event. Asian members are Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, PDR, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Vietnam, Singapore, Thailand, and Timor-Leste. And dialogue partner countries include Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, Japan, China, US, and Russia. The meeting provides an important platform to deliberate on the ongoing and planned activities under the 3-year work plan to further strengthen India's multilateral cooperation on counter-terrorism. In his address during the opening session, Joint Secretary in the Defense Ministry Amitabh Prasad described terrorism as the most insidious conflict of the present time, emphasizing that collective efforts to fight against it will define the peace and prosperity of the region. Mr. Prasad said during the 2-day meeting, delegates will share best practices in counter-terrorism operations and intelligence frameworks, along with training and capacity building initiatives. Let us look at the weather reports of the district headquarters of Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 6 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 9 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 6 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 9 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 6 degrees Celsius. Phak had a maximum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
To end the news, here's the recap of the main points. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses Pongal celebrations in national capital. Union Home Minister Amit Shah visits Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh says veterans of armed forces are the living pillars of national consciousness, symbols and collective courage. Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi says Operation Sindoor was a defining demonstration of country's moral strength. With this, we have come to the end of this evening bulletin. Thank you for watching. Good night.